Remember the wide open plains of Shiloh Ranch and the quiet strength of the men who worked there. In 1962, the Virginian brought the spirit of the Old West into our living rooms every week. Today, in 2026, let us look back at the cast then and now and honor the memories they created. In the early days of the Virginian, a young woman brought warmth and innocence to Shiloh Ranch. As Betsy Garth, the adopted daughter of Judge Henry Garth, Roberta Shore captured our hearts with her gentle presence at 19 years old. She added family tenderness to their rugged frontier life. In 2026, Roberta Shore is 83 years old and still cherished by fans of classic television. She left acting after a few seasons to focus on family and faith. Betsy Garth remains a sweet reminder of simpler times, forever young in our memories of those Wyoming days. In 1962, the Virginian needed a loyal friend at the heart of Shiloh Ranch. As Steve Hill, the dependable ranch hand, Gary Clarke brought quiet reliability and steady courage to the show at 29 years old. His calm presence helped ground the stories of justice and hardship on the frontier. In 2026, Gary Clarke is 93 years old and remains one of the last living links to the original cast. He continued acting for many years before stepping back. Steve Hill lives on as the steadfast companion we trusted every week in those early seasons. When the Virginian welcomed a new young cowboy in 1963, the ranch felt even more alive. As Randy Benton, the eager newcomer, Randy Boone added youthful energy and a sense of adventure at 21 years old. His bright smile brought hope to the rugged days at Shiloh. In 2026, Randy Boone would have been 83 years old, but he passed away on August 28, 2025. He left acting behind to live a quieter life later on. Randy Benton stays in our hearts as the spirited young man who reminded us of new beginnings. In 1966, the Virginian introduced fresh faces to keep the ranch running strong. As Stacy Granger, the thoughtful grandson, Don Quine brought intelligence and quiet determination at 28 years old. His character added depth and family loyalty to the changing world of Shiloh.
In 2026, Don Quine is 88 years old and has stayed out of the public eye for decades. He chose a private life after his time on the series. Stacy Granger remains a symbol of the next generation, carrying on the traditions of the Old West.
From the very first episode in 1962, one man stood tall as the moral center of Shiloh Ranch. As the Virginian, the nameless foreman James Drury embodied strength, honor, and fairness at 28 years old. His steady gaze and deep voice guided us through every challenge on the frontier. In 2026, James Drury would have been 85 years old, but he passed away on April 6, 2020 from natural causes. He remained proud of the series until the end. The Virginian endures as the timeless hero whose quiet courage still inspires fans today. No Western ranch was complete without a spirited sidekick, and in 1962, Trampas filled that role perfectly. As the impulsive yet loyal cowboy, Doug McClure brought charm, humor, and daring at 27 years old. His friendship with the Virginian gave the show its warmth and heart. In 2026, Doug McClure would have been 59 years old, but he passed away on February 5, 1995, from lung cancer. He left behind a legacy of memorable performances. Trampas lives on as the faithful friend whose grin and grit made every episode brighter. In the first seasons of The Virginian, a wise patriarch ruled Shiloh Ranch with firm but fair authority. As Judge Henry Garth, Lee J. Cobb brought gravitas and moral wisdom at 50 years old. His commanding presence gave the series its strong foundation of justice and family values.
In 2026, Lee J. Cobb would have been 64 years old, but he passed away on February 11, 1976, from a heart attack. His powerful performances remain legendary in film and television. Judge Garth endures as the respected father figure whose guidance shaped the early heart of the show.
When the Virginian needed a new lawman in 1964, the ranch welcomed a tough deputy. As Emmett Riker, Clu Gulager delivered intensity and quiet resolve at 35 years old. His character added edge and protection to the daily struggles of frontier life. In 2026, Clu Gulager would have been 93 years old, but he passed away on August 5, 2022, from natural causes. He enjoyed a long career in horror and Western roles. Emmett Riker stays remembered as the steadfast deputy who stood tall beside the Virginian. In 1966, the Virginian brought a new young lady to the Granger family. As Elizabeth Granger, Sara Lane offered grace and youthful charm at 17 years old. Her gentle spirit helped soften the ranch's hardships and kept family bonds at the center of the stories. In 2026, Sara Lane would have been 73 years old, but she passed away on March 3, 2023, from breast cancer. She stepped away from acting to live privately. Elizabeth Granger remains a lovely symbol of innocence and warmth in the later seasons. When ownership changed in 1966, the Virginian gained a seasoned ranch owner. As John Granger, Charles Bickford brought seasoned strength and quiet dignity at 75 years old. His experienced voice carried the weight of a lifetime on the frontier. In 2026, Charles Bickford would have been 76 years old, but he passed away on November 9, 1967, from pneumonia. He was a veteran actor, respected across decades. John Granger lives on as the wise elder who bridged the old and new eras of Shiloh. In the later years of the Virginian, another strong leader took the reins. As Clay Granger, John McIntire delivered rugged wisdom and steady leadership at 60 years old. His deep-rooted character kept the ranch grounded through changing times. In 2026, John McIntire would have been 83 years old, but he passed away on January 30, 1991, from emphysema. He left a rich legacy in westerns and dramas. Clay Granger endures as the dependable patriarch whose strength held the series together to the end. Thanks for watching. If the Virginian still holds a special place in your heart, please like, subscribe, and share your favorite memory in the comments. Until next time, take care.